Hello, my dear students. I wish you a very happy new year, full of blessings for each one of you. Today we'll study another very simple tense, past continuous tense. You have already studied present continuous tense. We'll have a look on a list of present continuous tense as revision. It will also help us to understand the structure of past continuous tense. In continuous tense, we always use a helping verb after subject and before the main verb. And this helping verb is verb be. In present tense, verb be takes the form of am, is, and are. Instead, in past continuous tense, verb be becomes was and were. Present continuous tense, I am eating a cake now. And past continuous tense, I was eating a cake when you came. He is eating a cake now. He was eating a cake when you came. She is eating. She was eating. We are eating. We were eating. You are eating, you were eating. They are eating, they were eating. In past continuous tense, all singular subjects except you take was, and plural subjects we, they, you, and also singular you take were as helping verb. Personal effort and exercise is very important to learn any new language. So here is task 1 for you to practice. Rewrite these sentences of present continuous tense by transforming them into past continuous tense. Please pause the video and try to do this exercise. Let's have a look on the structure of past continuous tense now. In past continuous tense, we have a helping verb right after the subject, which is past form of verb be, was or were. Then comes first form of main verb with ing, and after the main verb comes object. Singular subjects I, he, she take was as helping verb. I was teaching in that school. He was teaching. She was teaching in that school. Instead, plural subjects we, you, and they take were as helping verb. Also, singular you takes were as helping verb. We were teaching in that school. You were teaching in that school. They were teaching in that school. To form a negative sentence in past continuous tense, we simply use not in between of helping verb and main verb. I was not teaching in that school. He was not teaching in that school. She was not teaching. We, you, they were not teaching in that school. It's time to practice the negative sentences of past continuous tense. Try to transform the following sentences into negative sentences. Please pause the video and do this exercise in your notebooks. To form interrogative sentences or questions, we simply shift the helping verb in the beginning, then subject, and then main verb and object. Was I teaching in that school? Was he teaching in that school? Was she teaching in that school? Were we teaching in that school? Were you or were they teaching in that school? Here is task 3 for you. Please remember that the more you practice, the more it will be easy for you to learn the tenses. Transform these sentences into interrogative sentences to form questions. Please do not forget to put question mark at the end. Now we'll see when to use past continuous tense. We use past continuous tense when we talk about an action or state which occurred in the past and continued for some time. It can be during a period or during a moment. She was studying all night. I was sleeping at 10 p.m. To have a better understanding of this rule, try to exercise it immediately. Think of another example for each of the following and write in your notebook. We also use past continuous tense when an action was going on at the point of being talked about or an interrupted action. It is often used with when or while. When. She was cooking when I called her. While we were watching the movie, someone stole our car. In this task, you have to try to give your own example for each of the following by writing it in your notebook. Give one example for when and one example for while. We also use past continuous tense with a continuing action while narrating a story. The queen was sitting on her throne. This is your last task for today's lesson. You have to read any English story and pick out at least 5 sentences of past continuous tense and write them in your notebook. Let's have a review of today's lesson. Today we talked about past continuous tense. First we compared it with present continuous tense. Then we talked about the structure of past continuous tense. In the structure, we saw the simple sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences. After that, we have focused on 3 uses and functions of past continuous tense. And of course, I have also given you 6 tasks for your personal practice. I hope this lesson has been helpful for you to learn this tense. Till next lesson, goodbye and thank you.